Mic check 1 2 people. Mic check 1 2 1 2. Good morning. Thursday, June 5th, 2025. Good morning. What do we got checking in there? Elam. Is that Roberts? Good morning, Mr. Roberts. Welcome in. Good morning, guys. That hour is upon us. It is 4:51, quickly approaching 5 a.m. Thank you for being up, being a part of this walk and talk. Once again, it is on. Make sure when you're checking in, guys, let me know where you're checking in from, what time of day it is. I want to be started with some strength and some energy, some positive energy, some understanding. Good morning, good morning, good morning. This is your wake-up call. This is your wake-up call. This is your wake-up call. Not just for the morning of the 9th, not just the morning of the 5th, but for the wake-up call for your life. Are you up? Are you ready? Are you at it? Are you doing it? Or are you done? Let's go. Let's get up. Checking in, guys. Drop it to the chat below what time it is, where you are, where you're checking in from. Let me know what's going on with you. How you feeling? How you doing? Where we going? Where we been? It is top of the morning, June 5th. As it says in the title, it's my son's 16th birthday. My oldest son's turning 16 today. Let's celebrate, people. Sing, sing, celebrate. For the king, celebrate. Sing, sing, celebrate. How we doing? Welcome in to today's walk. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Thank you for stopping in, for stopping by. Let's do this morning. 16, baby. This is an awesome year. This is a great year. '16 is the year of celebration. In a lot of cultures, it's 13. Some cultures, it's younger than that. But here in my house, 16. It's a phenomenal celebration year for our oldest son. I want to thank you all for being here this morning, for checking in. Make sure you drop in where you're checking in from, what time of day it is, where you are. Share any thoughts. Let's share this morning. We're still talking about building legacy. We're still talking about understanding, growth, development. We're talking about the importance of knowing where you're headed. What you're looking for. How you're going to do it. What's important to you. Why is it important? Good morning. Thank you, Felix, for the subscribe. Welcome in this morning. Thank you very much. I appreciate the participation this morning, guys. We want to talk about building legacy, understanding growth, the 16th year. Keep in mind, you can build legacy at any time. You can grow all the time. We should always be working on our development, our learning, but definitely applying it and passing it on to our children, because ultimately that's what everything is about, is passing it on to our next generation, not just about holding on to it while it's here. And in your life, you may be the generation to sacrifice for your legacy. You may be the generation that starts the ball rolling forward. Your family may not have had the opportunity to leave you with anything in previous generations. They may not have had the opportunity to learn the legacy or develop the mindset necessary to put you into a position as a young individual to take advantage of all of the things that come from having a generational legacy mindset. They may not have been able to share these things with you, but do not worry. You can do that. It's not too late. You do not have to fall back into any of the ways of the past. You do not have to lament or regret where you are in order to build the future that you want to see for your loved ones in the present that you want to see for yourself. Because the actions we take today are for tomorrow. Let's pay into our future. Let's do the things that we know are going to benefit us as we continue to grow. So the actions that my 16-year-old takes today are not for the 14-year-old version of him. They're for the 26-year-old version of him. How will he set himself up for when he's 26? What is he learning today in terms of mindset, behaviors, accountability, and development that will set him up to be successful? Because the biggest thing for him to learn is how to lead, what leadership means. Because if he learns how to lead himself, if he learns the benefits and the values of discipline, and he understands how to use that to grow himself, it is a guarantee that he will grow a legacy. It is a guarantee that he will have the opportunity to build and apply those skills towards his children and his children's children. And so I'm not talking about him applying it to my grandchildren or my great-grandchildren, because I'm passing this to him, right? My responsibility is to get him prepared. And in doing so, knowing that he will get the next generation prepared, there is an old principle, an old African principle that says each one teach one. And if you do this in your own family, if you understand and you teach and you provide support and guidance and education to each generation of your family, when each one teaches one, then everybody gets stronger. Every generation grows. Everything becomes more powerful, because we have the ability to gain exponential growth. And so in the future, it becomes bigger than it is today. It becomes more. It is not about sustaining. It is about growth. It's not about trying to get equal or even with where someone else is. It is about growth. Good morning. Hello, hi. Thank you. Priyana, Marley, welcome in. Thank you for being here. Whatever life brings, it's a pleasure. Thank you so much for joining. I appreciate you. Everyone, what are we trying to do with our life? Where are we trying to go? What are we trying to achieve? Felix, you said you're 7. Good morning, Felix. Good morning, Phil. Welcome back, brother. Good to see you this morning. You said you don't know? All right. So, what are we doing? What is this about? I want to thank you guys for being here and being on the walk this morning. As always, we start from a positive place and we grow from there. Marley Jane, good morning, Marley Jane. Thank you for being here this morning. I wanted everyone to understand something as a principle of development and growth, as a commitment to life, is personal awareness and personal accountability is going to go a long way. It's going to go a long way towards creating a future in your existence and in your life and a future in your family's life to allow for them to be able to live life for enjoyment and not just for labor. Every dystopian future movie, every future-based movie of dread and loss are all around a mass of people who are poor and forced to work simply for the purposes of feeding the lives of the rich, to labor and task in horrible environments and situations so that the super rich can become richer and they can live their life and they can enjoy their time and they can spend time with their family. And the rich are greedy. There's my wife. Good morning, my lovely wife. Thank you very much, my love. I will be out here and I'll be back home momentarily. Thank you. So there is a understanding. There is an understanding and there is a belief that the rich will force the poor to work so that they can be comfortable, so that they can achieve their life. And in this is what's important. In this, the haves, the people at the top, the people who are eating the good food and living the good life and enjoying peace and enjoying prosperity, all of those people are evil, bad people. It doesn't matter what movie you watch. They are evil, bad, greedy people. These movies are created by someone, and they're created to feed a mindset, because everything in the United States, everything that's happened, good morning. It is morning, early morning. Thank you for asking me. It's early morning, and I'm walking around my neighborhood as we do every morning at this time. Quick morning walk for us to share and connect. Thank you. And so the mindset and the created mindset that they are trying to sell you on is the mindset that everything is controlled and owned by the powerful, that everything is driven and determined by the super rich, right? And so if everything is driven and determined by the super rich and is owned by the powerful, then you're just a worker bee, right? The people at the bottom, the masses, oh, we're going to be driven down and we're going to be run over. Well, this is an intentional effort to create a hatred for being rich, a hatred for the people in charge, a hatred for the system, to create a us versus them mentality. Because en masse, it's us. We don't view ourselves as them. It doesn't matter how much money we make. It doesn't matter the type of effort that we put into it. It doesn't matter how many cars we have, TVs, homes, what schools our children go through, what our daily situations are, how much we have in savings. Most people view themselves in our country, in the United States, en masse. I can say we view ourselves as being at the bottom of the totem pole. We view ourselves as being poor, as the ones who are being oppressed, as the ones who are being pushed down. Why is there an attempt to create this mentality? There's an attempt to create this mentality so that you hate the thought of gaining wealth. They've made being wealthy a bad thing. They've made working for your future and working for your family a bad thing. They've made you focusing on your growth and development a bad thing. This is a mentality that is intentionally being forced and pushed out into the world. So we have to reject that. We have to reject. We must, without fail, reject the thought process and the created reality that rich people, people of wealth, people who work hard towards their future are bad. And the reason we have to reject it, because if we don't reject it, we're teaching ourselves to be the victims of our own future. We're teaching our children that we can't achieve things and all you have to do is work hard. If you try to get more than what you have, you're greedy. If you try to grow, you don't need that much. What are you going to do with that much? Why do you need that much money? Why would you have to do that? And the reason that people should be doing this and the reason we should be looking towards growth is because everything that you do is paying into the future. Are you determined? Are we destined? Do we desire to have our families and have our children and have our loved ones for generations start from the bottom? We can't believe that it requires the drudgery of the most painful and the most unrewarding of jobs in order for our people, in order for our children to learn the value of hard work and discipline? No. I have an older brother who I talk to quite often who is under the premises when I speak to him about building a legacy and taking what he has and putting it into a position so that his grandchildren and great-grandchildren start off much better than he did, as he did for his son. And he's like, well, how is my son gonna learn work ethic? You teach him. He doesn't have to suffer to learn. This mindset that we've been taught and we've been given, that your success requires pain, that your growth requires just failure. When we are given this and we accept it, we are setting ourselves back. We're setting ourselves up for failure. What do we have here? It's me. Teach them what you know, not what people tell us. Right. Reprogram is correct. It's correct. The greater conversation. Whatever life brings, we need more people like you speaking. Thank you very much. People do get comfortable. What did the greater conversation say? Just a moment. Love leads for sure. Also, if it's predicting programming, we reprogram the game from the mind, heart, and soul. Correct. All of these things are correct. And these are the things that I'm looking to share. These are the things that I want us to understand this morning as I encourage you to get out there and get at it, people. One of the things you have to know, one of the things you have to be committed to, one of the things that you have to be prepared to focus on in terms of your future is understanding that it's the mindset. You cannot accept a defeated mindset. We cannot continue to accept. We have to start to ask why. I said it the other day It is the hungry baby mindset. It is this mindset that there's something out there. And can I have a cookie? No. Why? Why can't I have a cookie? Can I get more? No. Why? Why can't I get more? What is wrong with having more? Why can't I take care of my parents? Why can't I take care of the next generation of my family? Why can't I give back to my community? People are so determined to be worried about where they are and looking for someone to help them that they lose focus on the fact that they could be somewhere else helping others. You can help only with what you have. And so if you believe the world needs to be fed and that there needs to be someone feeding the world, but you can't do it because you don't make enough money, then your mindset has to be, the more money I make, the more people I can feed. Stop asking someone else to do something you're not willing to do. Build it. Build it so you can see it and then you can do it. Everyone has a desire to enjoy their lives at whatever level. But whose responsibility is it to see to it that you get to enjoy your life? It is on us, people. It is on us to build it. It is on us to see it through. It is on us to understand that the work that we're doing is not for today. The things you do today aren't for today. The things you do today are for tomorrow. If we're trying to get it done today, if we're trying to do things today to make up for the things that we didn't do last year, and it doesn't mean, a lot of people confuse this when I say it, and I say forget about tomorrow. They think I'm telling them, hey, what happened before is of no consequence. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying what happens before is of great consequence. But if what happened before did not pay into your future, then why are you focused on it today? If the things that happened before paid into your future and you're now in today, then you don't have to think about yesterday. If you laid your clothes out yesterday that you're going to wear today, guess what you don't have to think about doing today? Finding an outfit. These are the types of things that pay into your future. This is the way that we have to get our mind set up to understand success is going to come from where we invest. Where are we investing our energy and our mind and our time, people? I'm a firm believer, people, in mindset. You learn mindset, and then once you learn mindset, you develop the personal skills of self-awareness and self-accountability. And self-accountability is hard. Hey, you know when you're going to sleep sometimes, I heard someone say one time that the reason people don't sleep good at night is stress. So you ever had those nights, I know I had them, where I'm laying in bed and I'm thinking back. I'm thinking back years. And I'm thinking back to a moment in my life. And this really happens when I'm going to sleep because I'm quieting my mind. I'm quieting all the distractions. I'm thinking back and I'm starting to drift off. And I can think back to a moment where a decision I made, I'm looking at it now, it wasn't the best decision to make. And I go, In the middle of my sleep, I'm halfway asleep. I wake myself up with, You're like, oh man, I did that. Then you're bringing that forward with you. Why is this relevant? Why does this matter? It matters for a specific reason, people. The reason this matters, the reason that process matters is because that's that lesson that we needed to learn. Have we learned that lesson yet? Or are we still repeating that behavior in our today? Is it still keeping us awake now? It's the past telling us, hey, I'm still here, I'm still haunting you. You remember this decision you made. You remember how poor that decision was. You remember how it impacted your life. Because good decisions don't talk to you that way. Good decisions don't keep you up. Good decisions make you smile, give you peace, and excite you for looking forward. I said this a couple of days ago. Dopamine is not a reward for getting something that you wanted. It's not. You have to program yourself for that. Dopamine is a catalyst for getting that thing again. And this is what you have to understand is When you get a hit of dopamine from something in your life, when you get this, ooh, wow, in your brain and in your body from achieving something or tasting something, when you get that, it is not about determining, or it's not about saying, hey, here's your reward for eating candy, or here's your reward for getting high, or here's your reward for working out, or here's your reward for earning a paycheck, or here's your reward for buying this person this gift. That's not what it is. It's not really a reward. It is a catalyst, because what it does is it kicks your mind in. The first time you do it, it gives it to you, even when you've never done it before. Here's your reward for having sex. No, you've never done it before. It's your first time. And because it's your first time, it's the body saying, whoa, man, that was great. That sugar you just had, that was great. That set you just finished in the gym, that was great. The way you feel right now from going out and completing the run this morning, that was great. It's not a reward for checking it off your list. It is the catalyst for what's going to get you to do it again. It is the thing that says, woo, we doing that again. We're going to go do that thing again. Once we understand that it's a catalyst, once we understand that we're doing it because it's what we do, and that feeling is to get us to do it again, not as a reward, then we're able to understand everything leading up to the next time that we do it is a reward. You can take a kid to Disney World that's never been to Disney World before, and their freaking sensory overload will go crazy. I have a 2-year-old daughter who watches freaking Coco Melon all day long, and she sings the songs. And she didn't know anything about Coco Melon when she first started hearing it, but she understands Coco Melon. She understands JJ. She knows it, and it fills her with joy and excitement. The same way when I go to work, I leave the house and I come back home, and she comes to the front window of the house and she's knocking on the window. Daddy! Daddy's home! Right? Because her body, her mind, the chemical reaction has taught her, hey, this thing right here, we definitely got to do this again. And so the journey getting to it, the work getting to it, why do you learn? How do you learn to enjoy it? How does life become enjoyable? How do you enjoy your job? You know people who don't like their job? People who don't live within their means? You definitely don't like your job if you don't live within your means, because it doesn't matter how much money you make, you're not going to be able to meet the call. And so every discussion that you have about money is regret. So every discussion, every time you go to your job, you're already mad because it's not doing for you what you need it to. How do we improve on that? How do we get better? We have to understand that it's a mindset. It starts with us. Everything is a response. Everything is a response. We're first. We're first. We have to be alive first in order to get the dopamine hit. The dopamine isn't first. The dopamine doesn't come and say, boom, hey, you're going to get this in life. Isn't that going to be great? I'm going to tell you what to do. Go do this and I'll do that again. That's not how it works. You do something and the body's like, whoa, that felt good. Guess what? If you do it again, you'll get some more. But that's not learning that as a reward. It's teaching you, hey, that thing resulted in this. Let's go get it again. It is the thing that teaches you the behavior is good. So that's why it's the catalyst. That's why it's the fire. Because if you've never done it before, the first time you do it, boom, you get that. and it's lighting the flame. Your work is first. The work is first. And then you work it again. And then it's excitement to get to it again. As we start to develop this and understand this, people, we understand whether we're working on discipline, whether we're working on fitness, whether we're working on faith, whether we're working on our finances, whatever it is that we're working on, when we understand that we come first, and that ignition that we get is for getting it done again, not as a reward. And the problem is when we view it as a reward, we're prepared to stop because we feel like if I don't get that reward, I don't need to do that thing anymore. No, you come first because some of the things you do aren't going to give you that reward until later in the future. You got to do it for years. When you first start working and the first time you come on YouTube and you put up a post and you spend 45 minutes doing this video and you post that thing and it gets 9 views and no likes, there's no, oh my goodness, I'm famous. You got to keep going. We have to keep working. We have to keep putting in the time. We have to understand it's us first. It's us first. And then what should be the catalyst? The thing that should give you that hit, the thing that should inspire that dopamine is I did it. I put it up. I'm going to put it up again. I'm going to do it again because I was able to do that. That felt good. I'm going to do that again. So this is what's going to drive you forward when there's nobody else standing there cheering for you, when there's no one else there saying, hey, you got this, when there's no one on the sideline up playing the motivational music in the morning. You get up and you do it because you know the things that you do today are for your tomorrow. And they're going to continue to help you grow. They're going to continue to help you shine and to shape your future. Conversation, a supportive partner is true wealth. Indeed it is, Phil, that is absolutely correct. Having someone in your life who supports you for being you. Not that, hey, I need you, or hey, this is where your job is taking you, or any of that stuff. I'm talking about simple support. Good morning, I love you, I believe in you. Hey, listen, I don't even know what your job is, baby. I don't even know how to do what you do, but this is what I do know. I do know that who you are as a person is great. I do know that who you are as in your heart is wonderful. And I believe in your potential. I believe in what you believe in for you. And I'm here to support you, and we're on this journey together. That is true wealth because you become more powerful when you work as a unit. People tell you to network, but the networking in your house, when you get your home network set up, when you get your home communication and correct working order, it is exponentially powerful because you feel like you are undefeatable. When you get that communication in your relationship where you're like, man, I'm getting up because I know I got back. I know I got a team. You jump at the day. You're excited to seize the day, to see what the next possibility in the day is. Mindset, personal accountability, dopamine leveraging, catalyst for greatness, for consistency, enjoy the work, living within one's means. Mindset starts with us. Let's go, fam. It's all of it, dude. Hey, thank you for the notes. Thank you for the notes, Phil. And so, guys, as always, I'm out here in the morning. We're out here between 4:30 and 5, starting to turn into like 4:30 and 5:30. I want to thank everyone for being in. I want to thank you for participating and allowing me to be a part of your morning, or in your case, Phil, your evening. And I want you to understand that in the celebration of my son's 16th birthday, I am excited about the fact that a decade from now, in his future, he is already paying into it. The little things that he does now, people do not believe that your life has to be toil and suffering and just pain in order for you to learn the simple principles of discipline, self-awareness, and self-accountability. Because if you learn to be disciplined, that means you know how to work with repetition, which is showing up. You know how to be patient and not expecting everything to be done today. You understand that you have to be consistent, which is not just showing up, but working and expectation and hitting a certain level, having a plan. And then you know how to persevere so that when there is only one person watching, when there is no one watching, when it doesn't look like this is getting any better than it was a month ago, you know that you're going to continue to develop and change and adapt in order to reach your level of success that you're looking for. And you apply this with the self-awareness to know there are certain things that I do that only I can hold myself accountable for. And then that's self-accountability. And doing those things, it's a guarantee. If you work towards mastery, it's a guarantee that you'll see success, people. I appreciate everyone being here this morning. Thank you so much for stopping in and being a part of this morning walk and talk. As always, guys, keep showing up, keep blowing up, keep growing up. God bless.